Another intense day of Kansas City Chiefs mandatory minicamp is in the books, and there was plenty to take away. From Patrick Mahomes commanding the huddle to Marquise Hollywood Brown returning to the field, the action was fast, focused, and full of storylines. Travis Kelce showed up, Chris Jones looked locked in, and the competition is heating up. Let's talk about what really matters: the rise of a few under-the-radar names, the chemistry in the receiver room, and the signals this team is sending just weeks away from training camp. One name you need to keep your eyes on: Tyquan Thornton. The former Patriots wideout has started to turn heads in Kansas City. After struggling to find a role in New England, he's now making plays in red and gold, flashing speed, length, and a growing connection with Mahomes. He's getting reps with both the first and second teams and making the most of every snap. He might just be writing his comeback story right here. Xavier Worthy continues to make strides as he adjusts to the league's speed. Meanwhile, Hollywood Brown is finally back on the field and easing into his role in this high-powered offense. As for Rashee Rice, he hasn't participated in minicamp yet, but the expectation is clear. He'll be full go once training camp opens. There was a simple but smart play during today's session that tells you a lot about the kind of receivers Mahomes thrives with. The defense dropped into zone, and Thornton didn't force anything. He sat in the soft spot, read the coverage, and gave Mahomes exactly what he needed: space, timing, and trust. That's the kind of detail that wins games in January. Let's talk about why Tyquan Thornton might be carving out a role in Kansas City's offense. During drills, he stopped on a dime, smooth, quick, and controlled. That route? Sharp enough to demand the ball. And with Patrick Mahomes, timing is everything. The second Thornton turned, the pass was already halfway there. That's the Mahomes effect. And when a receiver meets him in sync, the result is explosive. Thornton's blend of size and speed makes him a real vertical threat. He's not guaranteed a roster spot yet, but the potential? It's real. If he keeps stacking practices like this, he could become a weapon this offense didn't even plan for. Now, let's shift to what happened in 11-on-11 work. While video highlights weren't available, reports from camp tell a clear story. The ball is flying everywhere. According to camp observers, Travis Kelce led the way with 4 targets, looking like his usual dominant self. Noah Gray followed with 3, while Hollywood Brown grabbed 2. Single target plays went to Sky Moore, Isaiah Pacheco, McCole Hardman, Tyquan Thornton, Robert Tonyan, and Xavier Worthy. A clear sign that Mahomes is spreading the ball around and evaluating every weapon. A few notable absences: Rashee Rice, Justin Ross, Elijah Mitchell, and Trey Watson did not participate. Rice was excused from practice. No disciplinary concerns. Meanwhile, Jake Brenningstool and Christian Fulton were seen on the sidelines without helmets, and Jalen Moore, Jawan Taylor, and Jared Wiley were limited. One name to watch moving forward: Josh Simmons. He's expected to be a full go once training camp opens and could be a key depth piece up front. And while Rashee Rice has missed time recently, when he was on the field during OTAs, he looked locked in, like the version we saw late last season. His route running was crisp, and his connection with Mahomes still very much alive. Let's talk about another player making noise: Brashard Smith. He caught a quick pass in the flat during practice and immediately showed what makes him dangerous. The burst, the vision, the sudden acceleration. This guy turns upfield like he's shot out of a cannon. You can see it in every movement. Smith is a spark plug waiting to ignite in this offense. He's not a featured piece yet, but if the Chiefs keep giving him opportunities, that could change fast. The more reps he gets, the harder it becomes to ignore what he brings to the table. Elusive, explosive, dangerous in space. The kind of player who can flip the field in a heartbeat. Now let's shift to another rising name: Guju. He pulled off a slick catch during drills. Body control, hands, timing. Everything was tight. He's another receiver who's starting to settle into his role within this deep, versatile receiver room. When you look at the pass-catching group, it's absolutely stacked. You've got Rashee Rice Marquise, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Sky Moore, who may be fighting for his roster spot, Justin Ross, Tyquan Thornton, McCole Hardman, Jason Brownlee, Elijah Badger, and Jalen Royals, who hasn't even gotten the spotlight yet. At tight end, you've got Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, Jared Wiley, Robert Tonyan, and Jake Brenningstool all competing for snaps. The depth is real, and so is the competition. We also saw some solid one-on-one work today. One highlight: Drew Tranquill breaking up a pass from Mahomes to Kelsey in tight coverage. That's the kind of matchup fans love to see. Elite on elite, iron sharpening iron. One of the more impressive plays during practice came during a freestyle route, a call where the receiver has total freedom to improvise. That's where Drew Tranquill stepped up, reading it perfectly and making a sharp play on the ball. His awareness and discipline stood out all day. Mike Edwards also showed up with multiple pass breakups, proving again that this Chiefs secondary is deep, aggressive, and well prepared. On the offensive side, Jason Brownlee made his presence felt. He hauled in 2 touchdowns down the right sideline, showcasing speed, body control, and hands that could make him a legitimate red zone weapon. He's another name that deserves more attention. During 7-on-7 red zone drills, Patrick Mahomes found Noah Gray and Xavier Worthy for touchdowns. That kind of chemistry, especially in tight spaces, is a strong sign the offense is clicking at the right time. Gardner Minshew also added to the action, connecting with Robert Tonyan for a touchdown, before Noah Williams responded with a pass breakup that drew cheers from the defense. Competitive reps like these are what sharpen championship contenders. Overall, it was another strong day at minicamp. The execution is improving, the rhythm is building, and while it's still early, you can feel the energy rising. Once training camp arrives, everything gets real, and battles will be won or lost in the details. Here's something wild to think about. Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy, 3 of the team's most dynamic pass catchers, haven't even played a full game together yet. When they do, the possibilities for this offense are endless. Add in Jalen Royals, Guju, Tyquan Thornton, and Nico Remigio, and this wide receiver room becomes a matchup nightmare. And don't forget, Josh Simmons could be lining up at left tackle, with a huge opportunity to prove himself when the pads come on. This Chiefs team has depth, it has speed, and it might be even more dangerous than people realize.